So my name is Juliette Bryant and I am a nutritionist, a superfood alchemist, and I like to say an earth wisdom keeper. That's the kind of mantle that I feel is my role. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having a cacao ceremony, but before we have the cacao ceremony I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's in the cacao and why we're having a cacao ceremony, because so often we do things and we don't know why we're doing them. And for me, it's really important to have that understanding of what we're doing, why we're doing it, so we can connect on a deeper level. We give the mind something, and then we can let the mind be busy on that, and we can go deeply into the experience itself. So, where is cacao? This is a beautiful cacao pod here, and this grows on the cacao tree, and inside this is a dried one, so you can hear the beans rattling, but inside this, when you open it up, you have a beautiful white flesh, and underneath that white flesh you have the cacao beans. Now the white flesh tastes like a mixture between mangoes and lychees. It's incredible, and the beans don't really have much of a taste until they're fermented, and in that fermentation process you have the chocolate flavour that we all know and love. Well, hopefully you all love chocolate, that then comes out. Cacao has been called the most complex food substance on the planet, which is quite a hefty title because it has over 360 active chemicals and minerals. So cacao is the most bioavailable source of magnesium, and magnesium is essential for 700 functions in our body. So it's really an important thing, magnesium. Now we can get magnesium from other foods as well, but cacao, it's very easy to absorb it from cacao. Now when we look at cacao had, with the Mayans and the Aztecs, it was valued the same as gold. So this tells you something about the importance of this. Why would it be valued as gold if it was just a food? So then we have to think, well, what's going on with this plant? How is it working? How is it helping us? What is it doing? So when you look at the physical properties, as I said, we've got the most bioavailable source of magnesium, but then we start to look deeper. And when we look deeper at the cacao, we find out that it has anandamide in it. Now in our bodies, we have an endocannabinoid system. And this is the foundation of our house, the endocannabinoid system. And the endocannabinoid system creates balance in the whole body. So the endocannabinoid system's role is to work with every bodily system to bring balance to all of those systems individually and then collectively. Now, when we are born, hopefully most of us are fed breast milk. And this is the richest source of cannabinoids on the planet, which is amazing, isn't it? The breast milk. And it's not surprising, isn't it? If the endocannabinoid system is the foundation of everything, you would think that the first thing we have is going to be building that foundation. So when we look at our body, the two cannabinoids that they found that we produce are anandamide, which cacao has, and 2-AG. Now the endocannabinoid system reduces stress in the body. It works to reduce inflammation. It helps to release traumatic memories and store positive memories. It helps with digestive function and bacterial balance. So these are the kind of roles of the endocannabinoid system. And that's a whole talk in itself, but I just want to give you a bit of a touch on it because the cacao helps support that whole function. This also helps to increase our neurotransmitter production, so serotonin, tryptophan, dopamine. So cacao is doing a lot to help us mentally to feel in a calm, balanced space. Now when we work with cacao, it doesn't have caffeine, it's got a sister component to caffeine, which is theobromine. And what theobromine does is it lifts us and then levels us. So caffeine, you go up and then down, whereas theobromine, it's a gentle up and then a steady across. Be really careful with that, sweetheart. You're doing it really beautifully because we don't want it to fall, okay? And remember, just send nice love to that as you stir it. Thank you.
Can I just ask,
yeah?
Is it only South America that cacao grows naturally?
No, so it grows in India, it grows in Sri Lanka. This actually comes from India. We had time in a beautiful spice farm, which I'm going back to in November, which I'm really excited. in South Goa called Tanshka, and it's a permaculture organic spice farm. Beautiful. And it was the first place, well, it's the only place I've seen cacao actually growing and actually eaten off the tree.
Wow.
And it was a spiritual experience. It was truly magical. We'd been there many years, and whenever we'd gone, the cacao was flowering, but it wasn't fruiting at the time that we were there. And one year we were there, and this organic spice farm, so beautiful, has a spring running through this Krishna temple. I mean, it's magical there, and the people are so special. And Chinmay, the owner, said, Juliette Giles, and he opened this cacao pod, and he handed us a quarter or half a cacao pod. And we walked around the spice farm eating it, and my heart burst open with so much love. It was literally a religious experience. I felt, and for days after eating that, I was just in a space of like just pure love, and it brings tears to my eyes just remembering that experience, because that's who we are. That love, and our lives and the busyness and the programming take us from that space of that pure love that we all are, that we can all tap into and experience. And that's why I love working with cacao so much, because anything that can open our hearts to the truth of who we are is so special. Because that's the space. If we can be in that space, the more we can be in that space, and the more we can have those moments, it's very hard to sustain that, but the more we can have those moments of that experience, then just like now me retelling the story, I can feel it. And then hopefully you can all feel that transmission. Can people feel that transmission? And that's
cry.
Well, that's the joy of it, isn't it? That's what's so beautiful about our lives, is we're all so interconnected. We are all linked, like the trees, like the plants, like the mycelium, which I'll talk about in a minute. We all have this link, and so we can feel, and most people here are probably pretty empathetic. So when we actually listen and truly open our ears and our hearts, we can feel each other. And I really feel that this is where we're moving to more and more, that we'll become like the trees, and if someone needs something, we can send it. We don't need to worry about, the system of communication that we're currently in. We can just send that transmission, and that's what yogis have been doing, and spiritual people for hundreds and thousands of years. You sit in darshan with these holy masters, and you feel their presence. They transmit that to you, and you're like, and for me, the earth and the plants are the guides. They're my tool. We all have different tools, don't we, to connect into this essence, whether it's through sound, whether it's through art, whether it's through music, whether it's through crystals, whether it's through plants. It's all the same. It's just vibration to bring us back into that alignment of who we actually are. So I really believe that that's cacao's gift for us, is to connect us into our hearts so that we can remember that space of love, of truth. So in the cacao, I've put some other things that I wanted to share with you. So I'm currently teaching a year-long program, Plant Wisdom Mentorship Program, and it's very, very beautiful. Because each month we spend a month diving into a plant and just being absorbed in that. And last month was mugwort, and mugwort is everywhere at the moment. It's a beautiful, beautiful plant, and I think of mugwort as the silver goddess, because you see her on the sides of the roads. I don't know if you've seen a beautiful, tall, silvery plant as you're driving, and she has this silver undercoat, and she just sways. And she's quite tall, and mugwort is the dreamer. That's what she's offering us, this space of connecting to our dreams, connecting to that earth wisdom, but in a very soft, feminine way. Just be really careful, Bubs, okay? So when we tap into mugwort, we're tapping into that wise woman energy, that kind of grandmother energy of dreaming. And when you look at the Celtic traditions, it's all about dreaming and entering that dream space, because in that dream space we can commune with ourselves and the earth. And for me, that's become quite a big thing that I've been connecting into recently, that dream space, because it is through that that we can really start to understand life and ourselves and our role, and we can open up to that communication. So this is a beautiful mugwort tincture that I've made, and that has gone into this, so that with the cacao we can blend the heart with the dreaming. So it can allow us to really deepen into our connection into the earth. I put some mushrooms in there, so if you could just move back a little bit. It's all right now for a little bit. Thank you for your amazing stirring. So this is a reishi mushroom, and this is a mushroom of our land. So this is what we would have been using for hundreds, thousands of years. And the reishi mushroom allows us to really connect again into our soul. One of its names in Chinese medicine is the soul mushroom. Giles, can you, I'm just a bit nervous that's going to get knocked over, so if you just sit over there, that'd be great. I know, but if you just sit there, just in case, I just don't want it to get knocked off. That would be a beautiful offering to the earth.
And a lot of upset hunters, wouldn't there?
So the reishi mushroom is this soul mushroom. In Chinese medicine, they believe it helps us to connect into our soul, what our soul is saying, what our soul calling is. And that is such an important thing, because we're here on this earth and connecting into the essence of our soul. Why are we here? Do you question that? Do you ask, why are you here? What is the purpose? Because life is programmed so that we don't ask that question. So we spend our lives just busy doing. And maybe we have the odd moment of reflecting, but it's so interesting, isn't it? Teenagers, you get to that point of transition of puberty, and what happens is that soul-wrenching, what am I doing? What is my purpose? Why am I here? And I remember hitting puberty and that coming so strongly to me. Why am I here? What am I doing? I want to know my reason for being. And I feel really blessed that I've known that throughout my life. I've had a feeling, and it's changed a little bit, but it's always been there, because that's what gets me out of bed in the morning, my soul's purpose. That's what drives me through my life. And that soul's purpose is to communicate what the earth is wanting, is to be that channel for the earth. And for me, the mushrooms are such an amazing support for that, because on a physical level, the medicinal mushrooms, so the medicinal mushrooms I'm talking about are reishi, chaga, lion's mane, cordyceps, turkey tails. These are my favourite ones, and I'm currently writing a book called My Journey Through 7 Sacred Mushrooms. And it's amazing what these mushrooms can do. Physically, all of these mushrooms I'm talking about are adaptogens, so they help us to deal with stress, which is so important, reducing that cortisol in our body, reducing that stress so we can be in balance. Because stress is one of the biggest things that throws us off balance. So the mushrooms help bring us back into that state of alignment. They're working to regulate the immune system, they're helping with cognitive function, they're reducing inflammation, they're supporting digestive health. They're so phenomenal, and I've got so many stories of how mushrooms have transformed so many people's lives. And I've been working with them for now 15 years. And it's incredible what you see. In fact, whilst I'm talking, this is some pain balm which has medicinal mushrooms in. So if anyone would like to use this, it's got 13 different plants. It's done in sweet almond oil. So if you've got a nut allergy, please don't use it. But if anyone would like to use this, this is a pain balm. You can also put it on your temples to put you into a beautiful meditative state. It's got hemp in it, it's got frankincense, it's got plantain, it's got yarrow, calendula, chamomile, copaiba, what else does it have in it? Mullein, daisies, the mushrooms, so it's really, really beautiful. So the mushrooms as well can go in and reduce trauma from the fascia of the body, opening up the body to be in a more expansive state. So the mushrooms are incredible. So we put the mushrooms in there, and with the mushrooms, what they do is they balance the cacao. So cacao is really heart opening. So it's in that space. But for some people, it can be too much because it's up here. So for me, when I have cacao, I need the mushrooms, because what the mushrooms do on an energetic level is they take you deep into the earth. So does anyone know about the mycelium? Anyone not know about mycelium? Everyone's heard of it? No. Okay, great. So the mycelium is this is basically like the apple of the tree. So when you see mushrooms, that's the fruiting body. The main body of the mushrooms is the mycelium network, and it's this white filament network, like a rooting system that covers the whole planet. And what's so incredible about the mycelium network is it interacts with every living thing. Every tree, every plant, every animal, every human. The mycelium is connecting us. It's like the original internet. So when we start working with the mushrooms, it helps us tune into this mycelium network on such a deeper level. So it's allowing us to access that, almost that telepathy that we all have, that ability to communicate through this network, because we start to have a vision and an understanding. When I was young, when I was about 14, I learned to do Reiki. And I always saw this network, this white light. It was like a network of light that connected everything. And I always saw that over the whole planet, through the planet. And I worked with that as a teenager when I was doing my healing work all the time. And when I learned about the mycelium, I went, that's what I've been tapping into all this time, is this mycelium network, this network of white light. And for me, it was amazing to have that tangible thing of like, actually this exists. It's not something that's just in my mind or in the etheric, it actually physically exists.
Is it light? Is it light?
It's not light, it's white though. So for me, I saw it as this white light, but it's actually, it is that kind of white filament, so it looks like light because it's so white. So we can tap into that so much more. I put vanilla in here. I'm going to pass this around. I love vanilla. Who here loves vanilla? Yeah?
Very expensive.
Vanilla is an incredible thing, because what vanilla does is it is a nervine. If you want to come in, you can. It's a nervine, so what it does is it calms the whole nervous system down. So when you smell it, it's that like, just makes me want to melt. I don't want to pass it around, I just want to keep smelling.
Mine.
So it's that deep melting, and that's what we need. Vanilla is also an aphrodisiac. And why it's an aphrodisiac is because once your nervous system resets, once you allow yourself to melt and relax, everything can work as it's meant to. Because so often we are locked like this. Does anyone feel like this? Locked? Yeah? No?
Yeah.
When you're
Not
in
after
that
the yoga.
No. Got a dancing.
When
Or
you're
the
in
wine.
that space of tension in your being, of holding, it's very hard for things to work properly. So whatever we can do to drop in and allow and expand is so important. So we've got vanilla in there. We've got, this is a tincture I made, be careful with that, Bubs, which is hawthorn and apple blossom. So this is designed to connect us into the heart. So I put some of this in, because there's no hawthorn blossom out at the moment, but I really wanted the energy of that hawthorn, because again it works, the hawthorn and the apple is the food of love, and we've got some free apples next door, some beautiful apples from a friend's permaculture forest garden, with Giles has planted these lovely apple trees there, so they're organic, beautiful apples. So if you want a lovely apple to connect into the food of love, then help yourself to one. But we've got the apple and the hawthorn in there. We've also got some enlighten. This is something I created recently. There were solar flares recently. Do you remember the Northern Lights, when the Northern Lights happened, or whatever they were? I like to believe they were Northern Lights because it lifted people's spirits, you know, people felt so uplifted. And for me, it's like whatever it is, you know, that upliftment of humanity, of seeing this amazing spectacle of lights. Well, I was asleep by 7 o'clock that night, so I missed it all. Because I was exhausted, I felt wiped out. And when I looked the next day, the Schumann resonance was really high. And I looked back and I thought, the Schumann resonance, whenever it gets really high, I get really exhausted. I don't know if any of you have experienced that, when the solar flares just knocks your energy. And a lot of people I spoke to the next day said they were wiped out from the same thing. And I sat on the earth the next day and I felt a bit annoyed. It's like, I don't want to have my energy system battered by solar flares, by geopathic stress, by chemtrails, by whatever they're spraying, by shedding, whatever it is. I don't want this to affect me balance. So I sat on the earth, I said, what can I do? What can I do to create something that will be, and the phrase that kept coming to my mind was like water off a duck's back. I want everything to be like water off a duck's back, so that my cellular vibration is lifted so much that everything just flows off me. You know that feeling, you know, when you do that, it's like, it's not sticking. And so this came through. This is a blend of frankincense, myrrh, monatomic gold, schizandra berries, tulsi, astragalus, burdock, mullein, ginger, reishi, and monatomic minerals. So this is, that's in there. If anyone wants to try some of this later, just come and have a half a pipette. Because for me at the moment, what I really feel is so important for us all is that we shift our vibration. Because the world is going to get madder. It is getting madder. It is a strange world out there, but it's also not. It's also such a magical world where everyone is waking up, and you look outside at the clouds and the trees, and there's magic everywhere. And there's magic, or there's this. And it's like, well, what do you want to look at? Where do you want your focus? I want my focus in the magic. I want to see magic around me every day. I want to live in that space of magic. And so the more you raise your vibration into that alignment, that just falls away. So they can play whatever they want to play. That's not my reality. My reality is growing my medicinal herbs, looking for land so I can grow as much as I possibly can and teach more people to grow and to make their own medicines, because this is what we need to do. Grow whatever we can so that we can connect into the magic of the earth, the magic of the plants, because that is the reality. There is no other reality. The earth is our reality. I've started doing this one-to-one training with this Qigong master, and one of the things we were doing is connecting into the earth and the cosmos. So I was connecting in, felt this energy flowing through, and he said, Juliette, he said, the door is open this much. He said, the door wants to open all the way. Open the door. I was like, it is. He's like, it's not. And I was like, how do I do that? He's like, just let go and trust. That's such a hard thing, is it? Let go and trust. Well, into what? And when your mind doesn't know what it's letting go into, it's like, where am I going? What am I doing? And I was like, okay, come on, Juliette, you can do this. And I let go. And I think for all of us, this is the thing. We all open the door so much. And if that's all we think it can open, then that's where we're going to stay. Until someone says it can go so much more. And I've spent years working with the earth and connecting it, and it was only open this much. But what I'm trying to say is our capacity is so great for connection with each other, with the earth, whether it's through whatever mode, but that capacity is huge in us for love.
Yes.
For connection, that's what we thrive. That's what we're looking for all the time. That's why these events are so beautiful,
Yes,
because we can connect. We can get into that space away from madness where we can feel and we can be whoever we are without someone saying it's inappropriate or whatever. We can look however we want to look. We can be whoever we want to be. We can be our essence, our truth, and no one's going to say, ooh. So we're given permission. So in a minute we will have this cacao. I'm just going to turn that back on so I've been talking for a little bit.
We're going to light the palisade.
Yes, please. So the other thing that's in here is some beautiful cinnamon. My son brought this back from an organic farm in Sri Lanka when he was there recently. So we've got some beautiful Sri Lankan cinnamon in there.
What I'm just going to do as well, Juliette, if it's what, I'm just going to put these hearts out.
Yeah?
Because we're going to use these for the ceremony later. But just because you were
Charge
talking
them
about
off a bit.
the rose, weren't you? And the makes a rose, isn't it?
So we've also got some saffron in here. Shah came here to one of the lovely Uprise and Shines, a beautiful man, and this saffron comes from a permaculture project, really beautiful project. Look it up. It's called Earth Nectar, and the Earth Kind community is a really beautiful permaculture project in Kashmir to restore and keep promoting the ancient sacred arts of the Kashmiri people that's trying to be wiped away, so keeping those things going, the crafts and the organic growing going. So this is beautiful saffron. Saffron is incredible. I learned about saffron when we were in India, and there was a study done by the University of Alberta in 2004 about the properties of saffron, and it's unbelievable. Protects the myelin sheath from degradation, so Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's, all the myelin sheath gets affected, and the can you go around and smudge everyone for me, please?
Yeah. Do you want to do it after you finish this bit?
No, if you smudge now, that'd be great.
Come on, Giles.
I don't know about anyone else, but I'm thirsty for this cacao.
Yeah, it's coming in a minute.
Good things come to those who smudge.
Exactly. So the saffron protects the eyes, protects the myelin sheath, protects the brain. Very good for the lungs, for asthma. I mean, so many properties. Absolutely incredible.
They say it makes you happier as well.
Yeah, it has that joy element. It's so beautiful, and it's a lovely red colour, but when you mix it in things, it goes that beautiful yellowy orange, which is the colour of the solar plexus, the colour of joy. So it has that upliftment, which is so special.
We use it a lot in Iran and Persian cooking. Blessings.
So I've done it with Plenish almond milk. That's what we've got in here, so you all know. And I've also put a little bit of the all you need superfoods in there, so we've got so much goodness in the cacao that's about to come. So when we have this cacao, it's going to be handed out in a moment. Don't drink it, please. Just wait, and we will all drink it together. Thank you, sweetheart. If you want to put them on there, I think that would be amazing. Something like that. Amazing. Thank you for being my helper. Really appreciate it. Okay, can you count here? Can you count how many people there are? Dish it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19. So, when we do this, we'll do a little ceremony with the cacao. When the cacao comes round, we will do a little ceremony together, and then if you want to lay down, if you've got a mat, we will then go into a bit of a journey with the cacao. Whilst Giles is handing it out, what I'd like us to do is take a moment just to connect into our energy bodies, so that we can really get into a space where we can feel our hearts and we can connect into this. One of the things that came to me a while ago is a really beautiful exercise that I do every day to connect me into the earth. And interestingly, now I'm doing this Qigong thing. It's actually almost a Qigong thing, slightly modified, but it's very interesting, isn't it, how I had no idea, but the earth gave me this exercise, which actually is thousands of years old. So what I invite you to do, and you can do this sitting down, you don't have to stand up, but I'm going to show you how you can do it standing up if you want. So the first thing I invite you to do is just to connect into the earth. So feel the earth underneath your feet and underneath your hands. Feeling that activation of your palm centers. So in the center of our palms we have an energy center, in the center of our feet we have an energy center. And just allowing yourself to connect into that energy of the earth, feeling the earth pouring up through your hand centers, through your feet centers. Just connecting you into that space of connection. Feel it moving through your body, that earth energy grounding you. Feeling the love of the earth all around you. And feeling at the top of your head your connection to the cosmos. That cosmic energy coming down from the top of your head, moving down through your body. Feeling yourself between heaven and earth. And then I invite you to bring your hands to your heart. Putting your hands in prayer by your heart, connecting into your heart energy. And as you breathe in, breathing in the energy of the heart all the way up into the cosmos, lifting your hands above your head into the cosmos, holding your breath up in the cosmos, feeling that cosmic energy, the energy of the sun, the moon, the planets, the stars. And as you exhale, bringing that cosmic energy down into the earth. Bringing your hands down to the earth, scooping up the energy of the earth, pulling that energy of the earth up through your body, through your central channel, up into the cosmos. Holding your breath out in the cosmos. And then exhaling, bringing that cosmic energy down to the earth. All the way down into the earth. Scooping up the energy of the earth and bringing that energy up with your hands along your central channel, up through your chakras, through your heart, back up into the cosmos. And doing this one last time, exhaling that cosmic energy down into the earth. And then bringing up that cosmic energy just to your heart center now. And holding it in your heart. Feeling your heart swirling with the energy of the earth and the cosmos. Feeling yourself this beautiful being sat in the middle of the earth energy and the cosmic energy. And then when you're ready, opening your eyes, and the cacao is about to be handed out to you. So if you take your cacao, and just take a moment now to bring your cacao to your nose, breathing it in, welcoming in the senses. And we take a moment now to welcome in all of our senses into this space. Welcoming in our hearing, our sight, our smell, our taste. Welcoming in all of our being into this space to be present in this moment now. We call into this space the energies of the earth, the energies of Mother Cacao, of the plant spirits that want to help us, the mushroom spirits. And we call into this space a beautiful circle of light to surround us, to protect us, to create a beautiful sacred column of light around us. And in this column of light we enter into a vortex, where all things that no longer serve us are pulled into the vortex and transformed into beautiful colours, filling this vortex of light surrounding us all, protecting us all, creating a sacred space so that we can truly connect with our heart and the earth and the cosmos. We call to the north and the earth, the energy of the plants and the trees, the rocks and the crystals, to our food, to our nourishment. We call to the north and the earth to be in this space now. And as we invite the north into this space, we welcome the cacao into our bodies as we take a sip. We invite the north, the energy of the earth, into our bodies, into our cells. And as you invite the north into your body, I invite you to take a moment to think about what you're grateful for with the earth, with the plants, the trees, the rocks, the crystals, and to feel that gratitude moving through your body. Welcome to the north. And we welcome the energy now of the east and the air, the beautiful breath that we take. Taking a deep breath in, welcoming in that energy of life, of breath. We welcome in the energy of the birds, that expansion of the freedom that the birds have. As their wings expand, we welcome in that freedom into our being. And as we welcome that in, we take a sip of the cacao. And we welcome in that expansion, that breath of life into our bodies. We welcome in the energy of the birds, that wisdom of the birds as they soar on the currents. And we take a moment to feel what we're grateful for the east and the air. Welcome to the east. We turn to the south and the fire, the beautiful fire, welcoming the south and the fire of the sun that heats us, the fire that heated the cacao, the fire of transformation within us, welcoming in that transformation. What do you want to transform in your life now? What do you need that fire for, that creativity, that passion? What's calling? What is your fire calling for in your being? And as you welcome that fire into your body right now, taking a sip of the cacao, feeling it entering into your body. That feeling of transformation. And taking a moment to have a thought of gratitude for that transformation. Welcome to the south and the fire. We turn to the west and the water, the beautiful water, the water that cleanses us, the rain that washes away everything, the rain that feeds the beautiful plants, the water that hydrates us, the waters of the world, hydrating everyone. And I invite you to feel that energy of the water as you imagine yourself diving into the beautiful sea, or standing under a waterfall, feeling that energy of purification, of cleansing, that tingling of your cells as you step into the water. Inviting that in as we take a sip of the cacao, welcoming the energy of water into our being, of purity, of cleansing. And taking a moment to think about what we're grateful for the water. And turning to Mother Earth beneath our feet. Oh, beautiful Mother who holds us, who nourishes us, who gives us unconditional love, who provides us food and shelter. Oh, beautiful Mother Earth who holds us always, without question, without judgment, who provides our medicine. Oh, thank you, Mother Earth. And we invite Mother Earth into our being as we take a sip of the cacao, welcoming her nourishment, her nurturing, her love into our being. Welcoming in that unconditional mother's love. Thank you, Mother Earth. And taking a moment to think about your gratitude for Mother Earth. Turning to Father Sky above us, the cosmos, that celestial energy, the energy of divine inspiration, of divine knowledge flowing in. that energy of expansion, of knowing on a deeper level, the energy of the celestial bodies. We invite that into our body as we take a sip of the cacao. That divine masculine energy, we enter into our body and we give thanks to that energy for its protection, for its holding, for the creating of the sacred space it allows. And we feel that gratitude for Father Sky in our being. And we turn to our heart, to the love within. And we give thanks to our heart. Thank you, heart, for all of your love, for all you do, for all you are, each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you to the essence of our beings. And as we take a sip of the cacao, we invite our whole self here. We invite all our love into this space. And I invite you now to set an intention from your heart. What is your heart calling for? What is your heart's longing? Feeling that. And inviting the elements and the cacao and the mushrooms and all of the beautiful plants and mushrooms here to help you with your intention. And taking your final sip of cacao, inviting that intention into every cell in your being. And giving gratitude to your love, to the love within for being here. And I invite you now to hold that intention and that focus, to take a seat or lay down as we go on a journey with the plants and the mushrooms. So holding that focus and that intention, if you want to lay down, or sitting, feeling your breath, feeling the energy of the cacao, feeling all of the plant medicine moving through your body as you settle on your journey. Feeling your body relaxing on the floor or the chair as you drop into that space of connection. If you're laying down, feeling your back opening, your legs opening, feeling yourself sinking into the earth. If you're sat on a chair, feeling that opening through the chair into the earth, that support of the earth beneath you holding you as you allow yourself to dissolve, as you allow all parts of yourself to melt away, like the cacao melted in your mouth, allowing the melting of your being into the beautiful earth. And as you melt into the earth, allowing your awareness to move down through the beautiful brown, dark earth, the warm earth. And as it moves down, it sees the roots of the trees and the plants, and it sees the beautiful mycelium. And as your consciousness moves, you allow it to go into the mycelium, expanding out to all things, allowing your awareness to move through all parts of the earth, traveling deeper and wider, expanding. And as your consciousness expands deeper down, 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 into the beautiful belly of the earth, the center of Mother Earth, returning to the womb of the earth, you enter a beautiful space with a healing pool, with moss growing on the walls, crystals growing out of the walls, moss on the floor, light and roots coming down from the center, held in the belly of the earth. As you enter this beautiful sacred space, you feel around you the presence of beings, plants, mushrooms, tree spirits, your guides, the essence of your soul. And all the beings in this space are here for your highest good. And you make your way over to the healing pool. And you dip your feet in. And you feel a beautiful tingling moving from your feet all the way up your body. And you're invited to immerse yourself in this healing pool. This healing pool is the living waters of the earth. And as you step into it, it recharges your waters. It restructures the cellular vibration of your waters into this pure crystalline water, the living water of the earth. And you feel this transformation. You feel the shedding of lower thought forms, the shedding of anything that no longer serves you, into beautiful, stunning crystalline water. And this water gives you a word that is the essence of your being. The waters of the earth gift you this healing. And this word moves through your body to every cell. And in return for the gift of the water, you send your love and gratitude into this water. And you feel the response, a tangible response, as you send your gratitude. And you slowly make your way out of the water. And in front of you is the spirit of a tree, a plant, or a mushroom. And this tree, plant, or mushroom is here to guide you on the next step of your journey. Here to gift you the wisdom that you need for this next step. And this mushroom, plant, or tree spirit places its hand on your heart, and you feel its gift, its transmission moving through you. Mother Earth comes over to you and embraces you and allows you now a few moments of deep healing with her, as the medicine of the mushrooms and the cacao and the other plants move through your being. And as she sends you this deep soul healing, she connects into your intention and gifts you the strength that you need to achieve it. Just absorbing the energy of Mother Earth, healing, transforming, transmuting. And Mother Earth gently releases her embrace and looks at you with such love. You feel yourself melting into that pure love that you are. And she reminds you she is always with you, always here to give you the strength and the support and the love that you need. All you have to do is ask. And you send her your gratitude, your deep love. And you slowly begin to return, moving up, up, up through the beautiful earth, up, 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 through the mycelium, through the root network, into your beautiful body. And as your awareness comes back to your beautiful body, you give thanks to your body for all it does for you. You give thanks to your breath as you take a deep breath in. You feel that grounded sense of love, of strength, and that deep gratitude for being here on this earth at this time. Breathing deeply, coming back to your body, moving your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. And if you want to take a big stretch, you can. Just coming back to this space. I hope you all enjoyed your journey and the medicine of Mother Earth and her plants. And before we finish, just taking a moment to thank the love within you for being here. Thanking Father Sky for holding us in this sacred space. Thanking Mother Earth for being here, supporting us with her love. Thanking the west and the water, the cleansing purification. Thanking the south and the fire, the transformation. Thanking the east and the air, our beautiful breath. And thanking the north and the earth for her plants and trees. And thank you all for entering your energy into this space.
Well done,
And
Juliette.
thank you.
Thank you.